Welcome to CSE Guru. In this session, we will solve a gate problem in operating systems process scheduling topic. The question is, consider three processes P1, P2 and P3 shown in the table. There are three processes with arrival time and the processing time, that is CPU burst time, are given. The completion order of the three processes under the policies FCFS scheduling and round robin scheduling with the CPU time quantum 2 time units are given. So we need to solve the problem based on FCFS and round robin, and we need to identify the completion order of the process. And this problem is asked in GATE 2012. Solution. First, we will solve the problem based on FCFS scheduling algorithm. FCFS is nothing but first come first served algorithm. So in this algorithm, which process enters into the ready queue first, that will be assigned to the CPU for execution first. And this is a non-preemptive scheduling algorithm. That is, once the process is assigned to the CPU for execution, the process will complete its total execution and then only it will leave the CPU. So here if you are considering process P1 enters into the ready queue at 0 millisecond and the burst time it requires is 5 millisecond. So we will draw the Gantt chart first. Gantt chart is nothing but the bar chart which shows the starting time and the completion time of each process with the CPU. So CPU execution starts at 0 millisecond and process P1 will be available at 0 millisecond. And since this is a non-preemptive scheduling algorithm, process P1 will complete its execution and then only it will leave the CPU. So burst time is 5 milliseconds. At the time of 5 millisecond, process P2 and P3 will be available in the ready queue. And in the next process in the ready queue is process P2. And P2 will execute with the CPU for 7 milliseconds. Totally it is 12. And the next process is process P3 and the execution time is 4 milliseconds. So totally it is 16. So in FCFS, if we are considering the process executing order is nothing but first process P1 will complete its execution, next process P2 and next it is P3. Next, we will solve the problem based on RR scheduling algorithm, that is round robin scheduling algorithm with the time quantum 2 milliseconds. In round robin algorithm, the time quantum will be given. So each process in the ready queue will be assigned to execute with the CPU only for the specified time quantum. Once the time quantum is over, the process will be dispatched from the CPU and the next process in the ready queue will be assigned to the CPU for execution. So in this way, each process will execute with the CPU only for the specified time quantum in round robin fashion. So in round robin algorithm, we will consider the ready queue. The ready queue will help to find which is the next process to be assigned to the CPU for execution easily. So if you are considering the ready queue, at the time of 0 millisecond, only process P1 will be available in the ready queue. So now process P1 will be assigned to the CPU for execution for the specified time quantum 2 milliseconds. At the time of 1 millisecond, process P2 enters into the ready queue. And at the time of 2 millisecond, process P1 completes its time quantum. It will enter into the ready queue. So process P1 requires 3 more milliseconds to complete its execution time. So it will be added to the tail of the ready queue at the time 2 millisecond. Now the next process in the ready queue is process P2 and P2 will execute for 2 milliseconds. And at the time of 3 millisecond, process P3 enters into the ready queue. And at the time of 4 millisecond, process P2 has completed 2 millisecond of execution time. It requires 5 more millisecond to complete its execution time. So it will be added to the tail of the ready queue. And the next process in the ready queue is process P1 and P1 will execute for 2 more milliseconds. It requires 1 more millisecond to complete its execution time. So at the time of 6 millisecond, process P1 will be added to the tail of the ready queue. Now the next process in the ready queue is process P3, and P3 will execute for 2 milliseconds. That is totally it is 8. And P3 requires 2 more milliseconds to complete its execution time. So at the time of 8 millisecond, P3 will be added to the ready queue. And the next process is P2, and P2 will execute for 2 milliseconds. Still, it requires 3 more milliseconds to complete its execution time. So, at the time of 10 millisecond, P2 will be added to the tail of the ready queue. And the next process in the ready queue is process P1, and P1 requires only 1 millisecond to complete its execution time. So totally it is 11. So now P1 has completed its execution and it will leave the ready queue. The next process is process P3. P3 will execute for 2 milliseconds and it requires only 2 milliseconds to complete its execution time. So now P3 will execute and it will leave the ready queue. The next process in the ready queue is process P2, and P2 will execute for 2 milliseconds and still it requires 1 more millisecond to complete its execution. Since process P1 and P3 already has completed its execution and leaves the ready queue, only process is process P2. So next also process P2 will execute for 1 more millisecond, and now all the process has completed its execution and it will leave the ready queue. So if you are considering the process completion order, first process P1 has completed its execution and the next process P3 has completed its execution and at last process P2 has completed its execution. So in FCFS process P1, P2, P3, this is the order of completion, and in round robin it is P1, P3, P2. So for this 3 process with arrival time and processing time, the completion order of 3 process under the policies FCFS and round robin scheduling algorithm is answer 3. In FCFS scheduling algorithm, the process completion order is P1, P2 and P3. And in round robin scheduling algorithm, the process completion order is P1, P3 and P2. So the answer is 3. Thank you for watching this video.